What up, YouTube? It's your boy Daniel Llanos making another grand, long awaited return, to say the least. Whew. I'll be honest with you guys, the semester's been kicking my ass. Classes this semester have been wild. It's this point of the semester where there needs to be a couple comebacks in a few classes, but I'm gonna get solid grades regardless, because that's how I hold myself to standards. College away, I've camera. Well, I'll probably cut that out, hopefully. Probably not. Who knows? Anyways, that's the reason why I've been gone for so long. There's been a lot of music that's dropped since my since all my heroes are cornballs for JPEG Mafia's album. Damn, that's been a while. Oh, it took me back to 2 months ago. 2 months later, a lot of music is dropped, and a decent amount of music has come out the past 2 months. But for me personally, I'm gonna only talk about the few projects that I connected or I've liked during this time period. And I might do something different. I might add some new music artists to look out for, maybe new singles that are come out that I've been listening to recently that I've been enjoying, like a playlist video, stuff like that. Just to have some more content out there for me. I don't want the channel to be dry. Hopefully when the semester is over within the next couple weeks, I could be on the grind, but not a lot of music gets dropped during Christmas and New Year's, so I'll make do with what is given to me. Anyways, the album that I will be talking about that came out, I would say a month ago. Yeah, a month ago. Is there existed an Addiction to Blood by Clipping, experimental hip hop group Clipping. I've heard of Clipping. I've seen David Diggs do a couple commercials. That's the only way I know about him. I may have seen him in Law and Order. Bum bum. Well, besides the point, he's in an experimental hip hop group with Will Huston and I feel so bad. I can't remember the other producer at the top of my head. So it's two producers plus David that come together to make the hip hop group Clipping. And they dropped an album last month, and I thought it was one of the best hip hop albums of the year. Personally, I'm gonna get the rating out of the way. Personally, for me, it's a 9 out of 10. The one being is just since they're experimental, it's not exactly the catchiest thing out there, and the replay value for it is just it's not there. But once I listened to it, the couple times that I did, it is so good. David's rapping throughout all the songs, switching of flows, his switching of fast, his double time flow. Although recently, rapping fast is not the greatest thing in the world. As long as it's done well and you're saying something with meaning, I can respect it. And that's definitely found within this album. I like the theme of this album. It's a horror themed album with the title "There Existed a Strange Addiction." There existed an addiction to blood, but all the tracks were gruesome, vicious. The imagery that David employs within his lyrics is something to behold. And I think in one of the songs, oh god, it's been so long. I think it was track 6 or 7. It's the concept of the song is basically him talking about a torture room, and then he just raps about that, which is pretty messed up if you think about it, but it fits the theme. And the wordplay is just another constant theme. Well, constant talking point within this album is police brutality. I like how he uses that because it is pretty horrific, and it is an actual thing. But I don't want to delve into that topic too deeply. But that's a talking point within this album. Production matches the horror themes. There's like within that track I mentioned earlier, there are like some screams that are looped into the instrumental. There's a lot of synths because like in horror movies, there are a lot of synths when something like crazy happens. What else? The interludes matched, although musically they don't offer anything. There's like a horror movie interlude. I thought the features were great. Benny the Butcher's feature on La Mala Ordina. Oh my gosh, that feature is so good. And then David is just the MV. Honestly, although the two producers did a great job in complimenting David, and they all came together to make something fantastic, and they knocked the horror theme out of the park. Personally, for me, it's just like for me, David is such a highlight because he goes from fast to slow, and just the wordplay is just because most of the time lyrics is not really a focal point, which I don't mind because I'm more of a production guy to begin with, and I like to, although I don't like the word vibe because it's a nothing word, I like to vibe with the melodies. I like to just hum along and nod my head to the melodies because stuff like that is so catchy. But when you hear stuff like this, you really appreciate the lyrics, and you don't get a lot of lyrics these days. Well, you just have to go up. Like what I did with this album, you just have to go out and find it. There is lyrics somewhere. You just have to go out of your way to discover it, like I did. And I can attest to the fact. I would definitely recommend this album if you're into lyrics and if you're into experimental hip hop. This is for you. If you're into lyricism, this is for you. Or if you're just looking for something different, I would definitely go out of my way listening to this. Another funny thing about this album, it has like an 18-minute outro of a piano burning, and most would think that's boring. It is it was a very peaceful ending to which was a very scathing and menacing album to say the least. Like I said before, There Existed an Addiction to Blood is a 9 out of 10 for me, guys. Uh I'll put out the projects that I listened to that I thought were decent enough to create a video like now. And I'll catch you in the next one. Drop a like, drop a comment, and hopefully maybe we could talk about it if the comment section starts to boom once again. Who knows? And I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.